What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out how would a nuclear war between Russia and the US affect you personally. This is by a channel called Future of Life Institute. I will leave a link down below to the original video like I always do. Please go over to the original video, give it a like, a subscribe, and all that good stuff. Make sure you do that. Before we get started though, the channel sponsor Chug, 10% off, link down below. Make sure you're going following Chug to get yourself literally the best drinking vessel in the world. Like, it's literally the best. Handmade here in the UK by a small business. I cannot recommend this enough. I really can't. Also, before we get started, check out Morale, my new business. I've been working very, very hard for nearly a year now to get this sorted, and we're so close to the Kickstarter going live. I cannot stress, if you love the outdoors, if you love all things getting outside and connecting and immersing yourself in nature, you're going to love this drink. Link down below to Drink Morale. If you haven't already, go check it out. Other than that, let's shut up. Let's pull this up and let's see what would happen if there was a nuclear war between Russia and the US.
What would happen if there was a full-scale nuclear war between Russia and the United States?
Let's have a look.
Based on non-classified data, the aftermath might go something like this. When one side launches nuclear missiles, the other side detects them and fires back before impact.
A lot of them would get shot out of the sky as well, just so you know. But hey, let's see.
U.S. submarine-launched ballistic missiles from west of Norway start striking Russia after about 10 minutes.
Imagine all
And
them in the
Russian ones
sky.
from north of Canada start hitting the U.S. a few minutes later. The very first strikes are high-altitude EMP attacks, frying electronics and power grids by creating an electromagnetic pulse of tens of thousands of volts per meter.
Sheesh.
The next strikes target command and control, as well as nuclear launch facilities. Land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles take about half an hour to arrive. Major cities are targeted, both because they contain military facilities and to stymie the enemy's post-war recovery.
The truth is, there isn't really anywhere in the world you could be to survive this unless you were like literally in the middle of the desert in Australia or Africa, or maybe in the Amazon in South America. But like, even still, like you would feel the effects of this. It would cloud the planet would cool, like we'd go into another ice age. It would destroy everything.
Some cruise missiles take hours to reach their target. Each impact creates a fireball about as hot as the core of the sun, followed by a radioactive mushroom cloud. These intense explosions vaporize people nearby and cause fires and blindness further away. The fireball expansion then causes a blast wave that damages buildings, crushing nearby ones.
Sheesh.
The United Kingdom and France have nuclear capabilities and are obliged by NATO's Article 5 to defend the US. So Russia hits them too. Firestorms engulf many cities, where storm-level winds fan the flames, igniting anything that can burn, melting glass and some metals, and turning asphalt into flammable hot liquid. But the
Sheesh.
explosions, the electromagnetic pulse, and the radioactivity aren't the worst part.
Watching stuff like this just makes me want to go live in the middle of absolute nowhere, away from everyone and anything that could ever happen.
Nuclear winter is.
Yeah, there
caused
you
by
go.
the black carbon smoke from the nuclear firestorms. The
A
Hiroshima
nuclear
atomic
winter.
bomb caused such a firestorm. But today's hydrogen bombs are much more powerful. A large city like Moscow, with almost 50 times more people, can create much more smoke.
Yeah.
And a firestorm sends plumes of black smoke up into the stratosphere.
This is the thing, it would legitimately change the structure of the planet so that, like, or the atmosphere of the planet, sorry, so that you no matter, even if you're not near one of the blasts, it still affects you, right? Like, you could be in the middle of nowhere and it would still affect you.
Far above any rain clouds that would otherwise wash out the smoke. This black smoke gets heated by sunlight, lofting it like a hot air balloon for up to a decade. High-altitude jet streams are so fast that it takes only a few days for the smoke to spread across much of the northern hemisphere. In the meantime, Earth gets freezing cold, even during the summer, with farmland in Kansas cooling by about 20 degrees centigrade or 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and other regions cooling almost twice as much. A recent scientific paper estimates that over 5 billion people could starve to death,
Jesus.
including around 99%.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that as well. Like people not being able to grow food and so on. Like people would starve.
Of those in the United States, Europe, Russia, and China.
Wow.
We obviously don't know how many people will survive a nuclear war.
Not many.
But if it's even remotely as bad as scientists think, then it has no winners, merely losers.
Yep.
It's easy to feel powerless, but the good news is that there is something you can do to help.
Not really.
Please share this video, because the more people know about nuclear war, the less likely it is that we'll start one.
Not true. Not true, because it's not up to us. It's up to the people in power, we should say. Great video. The rest of it's just credits. Really interesting video. I'd love to know what you would do if it all kicked off. Where would you go? Where would you go? Would you go to the Rocky Mountains? Would you go to the Sahara Desert? Would you go to the Amazon rainforest? Would you go to Antarctica? Where would you go? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, I will leave a link down below to the original video. Also, don't forget to check out Chug, 10% off, link down below, and check out Morale, my new business, which I'm very, very, very excited for. Guys, I cannot stress enough how excited I am for this. The Kickstarter starts in less than 40 days. I have put a lot of time, effort into this, a lot of money, a lot of everything. You name it. I want to create something really, really good here. And it's separate to YouTube. I'm not doing this because I'm a YouTuber. It's completely separate to YouTube. I want to start a new business and I want to do it the right way. So please check out Morale, link down below. And again, there'll be a link down below to the original video. I honestly don't know what I would do if there was a nuclear war. I don't know where I'd go. I'd like to say that I would just go up to Scotland, but then it would become absolutely freezing and all the animals would die, so you couldn't hunt for food. So you'd have to try and grow food that could grow in the freezing environment, which I don't know what you could possibly do there. Or alternatively, I could go back to America, maybe drive down to like South America or something, live in the Amazon. But again, a lot of the animals would die, and so hunting and everything just to survive would be a struggle. The majority of people, unless you're an expert survivalist, would probably die. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. But I'd love to know what you do. Do you reckon you'd survive? There's a lot of people who think they would survive, but they wouldn't. They really wouldn't. There's a lot of people who think they can do, like, you see these survival shows, like there's loads of people who think, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. People don't realize how hard survival is. I did survival training in the Royal Marines, and it can be absolutely brutal. And the majority of people who think they can do it certainly can't do it. You need to know some very, very good stuff. Unless it's someone like Ray Mears or even Bear Grylls or people like that. Even they'd struggle, to be fair. But hey, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Until next time, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.